Hello, I'm Larson Halleck, and welcome back to Kung Fail. Today we're going to Vietnam, the jewel of Southeast Asia. As an American who grew up in the 90s and was exposed to the oeuvre of Sylvester Stallone and Chuck Norris pretty much from birth, I've always had a good amount of respect for Vietnam, and I feel most Americans do too, albeit in the worthy opponent sort of way. As the first country to give America an unambiguous military defeat, I've always considered the Vietnamese a strong and hardy people, and those who fought in Vietnam feel the same way as well, apparently. But if you want to see that image go completely out the window, woo! Nam Huynh Dao, taught by Grandmaster Nguyen Tuan Kie, I apologize if I butcher those pronunciations, is a style of kung fu that is practiced in Vietnam for some reason. I mean, it's not like there's an indigenous martial art in Vietnam or anything. Apparently, one student of Nam Huynh Dao was one Trey Woodford, who went on to become an instructor with the Kanaga Ninjutsu schools. Oh god, I've been doing this way too long. They have a website, but it's in Vietnamese. I can't read that shit. So, this is the, master, who looks more like my landlord than I'm comfortable with. See Master Nguyen in his zoot suit, cutting a rug, and then a guy throws a really femmy sun fist, and then runs away. Wait a minute, you slap his hands away, and then you fall down? I get it. Kim Jong-un is exerting his force field. He plays five-finger fillet with his bare hand, and then exerts another force field. I don't think Ric Flair could have sold that as well. Thrust your tummy to attack. That might be the first time he actually hit the guy. Master Nguyen, please stop hitting Krillin.
Okay.
Okay, here's the second video, and odd choice of music there. I don't know, maybe Dixieland jazz is what you think of when you think of Vietnam. The jazz music would explain his dancing from earlier. It's a Vietnamese style of ham boning. We see him attacking that Krillin guy again, and at least this time he gives him the dignity of actually touching him. The guy who has hair does not have that dignity, and is dispatched with a barely perceptible arm twitch. Master Nguyen imparts awesome dance powers to Krillin, who shows us his dope stanky leg. Oh, and he also believes he has the power to freeze and unfreeze people. Just thought I should put that out there. The student, who I'm pretty sure could smack the shit out of the master for real, throws a punch that blatantly misses. Like, Master Nguyen didn't even have the dignity to pretend that he dodged. Then I think he just trips over his own feet here. And here we see the Master filming his neutral pose for the next Mortal Kombat game. Krillin jumps back into the fray, goes for Pak Sao, and then spontaneously has a stroke. I would like to point out that this video has no dialogue whatsoever, so I'm left with just videos of guys pretending to get electric shocked and doing jimmy legs. And then sometimes they throw kicks and flail back in completely different directions without getting touched at all. That is a very sweaty man. I can't help but notice that this man does not throw any kicks at all. Considering that he's built like a sack of flour, I don't think this man can get his leg above his, knee. Well, I'm glad he is showing us how to attack unsuspecting people with their backs turned. The most dangerous people. So in the last video, we see that he does have some abilities, at least in regards to the Muren Zhuang. And that's literally the only good thing I can say about this man. But much like fellow doughy martial arts practitioner George Dillman, pretending to have superpowers is so much more fun and lucrative. Your knee to the groin only made me stronger. Well, that might be the most unskilled attack I've ever seen. And so the video ends how it began, with those boss dance moves, and that's all the footage I got. So that was Nam Huynh Dao. It is the most absurd thing I've reviewed since Yellow Bamboo. Is there anything good I can say about it? Well, the video production is a pretty high quality. That's it. I'm Larson Halleck. Keep on training. Thank you, Eric Maggers, for requesting this video.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Hello, are you a fan of Larson Halleck and the Barbaric Gentleman? Of course you are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching. Would you like to help the channel grow? Would you like to help me out? If so, here's how you can. You can go to patreon.com/LarsonHalleck and join the ranks of these illustrious heroes. You can also go to www.paypal.me/LarsonHalleck to also donate some money. You can also buy my book. The Patreon, the PayPal, and the link to my book are all found in the video description. You can also follow me on Twitter or on Instagram. I no longer advertise my Gab because Gab sucks. Otherwise, enjoy, keep watching the videos, and spread the word.